Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of January, 2021. I hope you're all ready for some more home learning today. Well done, and thank you to everybody who sent me their work yesterday. You've done an amazing job. I can't wait to see what you'll learn today. First up, boys and girls, it's time for our phonics lesson. The first part of our phonics lesson today is going to be correcting the work that we did on our own yesterday. So, senior infants, I want you to open up your Just Phonics on page 64. We're going to get correcting our OU special friend that makes the OW sound together. So get your pencil ready to correct. First off, you should have traced neater than I did O and U coming together to make the ow, ow, ow as in ouch sound. Give that a tick if you've traced it. Next, we had to cross out any clouds that did not have the ow sound and colour in any ones that did. Shot does not have the ow sound. Give that a tick if you crossed it out. House has the ow sound, so I should have coloured it in. Give that a tick if you coloured it in. Shout has the ow sound, so you should have coloured it in. Out has the ow sound, so you should have coloured that one in as well. Mouth has the ow sound, so you should have coloured that in. Loud has the ow sound, so you should have coloured that in. Moth does not have the ow sound, so you should have crossed out that cloud. Give it a tick if you crossed it out. And cloud has the ow sound, so you should have coloured that in and give it a tick if you did. Here you had to look at the shape of your letter boxes and count how many letters you had in each word, and then figure out which word from your cloud matched the word box. Your first one started with your special friend. We know it's our special friend because it's a wider box. The first word was out. Next word could have been two different words, boys and girls. It could have been shout. Sorry about that there. Or it could have been cloud, because cloud starts with a short letter, second letter is a tall letter, middle letters are the special friends, and last letter was a tall letter D. So it could have been shout or cloud. If you did either ones of those, gives it a tick. Last one, boys and girls, had to start with a tall letter. It was house, which is what we're learning about all this week. We're learning all about our house. Give that a tick. Next up, we had to colour in the pictures that had the ow sound. Trousers, couch, spout, and mountain. These are the pictures that you should have coloured them in. Give it a tick if you coloured in those 4 pictures. Boot does not have the ow sound, and toilet does not have the ow sound, so give those 2 boxes a tick if you cross them out. Remember to give yourself a smiley face, okay face, or sad face at the bottom of the page to show me how you feel you think you did. So boys and girls, we're back practicing our ow sound. Yesterday we learned that the O and U can come together to be a special friend that makes the ow sound. If you want it, you can click the link and replay the video again. It's always a good idea to practice and practice and practice, just like we do every day in school. Use your fingers to help you sound out the words. Next, senior infants, you are going to be doing page 65 in your Just Phonics book. Your first part of your activity is to trace your ow sounds in the words at the top of the page. Then sound out the word sound by sound. Ow, d. Out, loud. Sh, out, sh, out, shout. Tracing over my ow sound again. Ow, mouth. I shout loud with my mouth. The next part of the activity you have to do is to read the sentences and match them to the picture. It's a good idea to look for your ow sounds first and underline them. This will help you with your reading. Let's do the first one together. A, h, ouse, ouse, house. A house, ouse, ouse, mouse. A house, mouse. Which picture does that match? Aha! Number 2. So I write a house, mouse. Now remember, boys and girls, when you're finished with a word or a sentence, cross it out so you know you've already used it. At the bottom of the page then, you read aloud each word and then you match it to the picture. At, mat. This is not a mat. Ow, mouth. Op, mop. Mouth is the correct word, so I'll circle it and draw a line. Now today's date is the 12th of January, so I'd write 12.1 for my date on my page. When you're done, send a photo on your Class Dojo profile. First class, now it's time for you to correct yesterday's work. So you need to open up your Just Phonics book on page 54. We had the OW special friend that can make the ow as in ouch sound or the O as in slow sound. We're going to correct yesterday's work together. First word was crow. Give that a tick if you got that picture right. Grow. Snow. Snow. Elbow. E-L-B-O. Elbow. window, window, w-i-n-d-o, window. Shadow, shadow, sh-a-d-o. Now to our OW special friend that's making the ow sound, as in clown. K-ow-n, clown. Cow, k-ow, cow. Owl, ow, shower, show, sh, ow, and is actually another special friend, the ER that's making the mix sound. Down, d, ow, n, down. Flower, ow, flower. Then at the bottom you had to write your dictation sentence. The sentence yesterday was, the brown owl is on the window. So capital T first of all, because we get a capital letter at the beginning of our sentence. Give that a tick. The is spelled T-H-E. Give that a tick if you got the spelling correct. Brown, B-R-ow, which is our OW special friend. Brown owl, ow, give that a tick if you spelled it correctly. Is, I-S, on, A-N, O-N. The, our tricky word the again, T-H-E. Window. Put your hands underneath your chin, boys and girls. Keep it stuck to your chin like glue. Now, say the word window. Window. How many times did your chin move? Twice. So that tells us there's two parts, two syllables in that word. Our first one was win. So I'll start spelling that part of the word first. W-I-N. The second part was window. Do. D. And I have to remember here, the O is spelled with my special friend O-W. W-I-N-D-O-W. Give that word a tick if you got it right. And finally, a full stop. If you remembered your full stop, put a tick on top. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different parts of that sentence. So just like we do in class, give yourself a score out of 9. And remember to tick your happy face, okay face, or sad face to show me how you feel you think you did. Great job, boys and girls. First class, you are going to be doing page 55 in your Just Phonics today. You're going to be going back over the ow sound. As we just saw with senior infants, OU can come together to be a special friend that makes the ow sound. And as we learned yesterday, so can OW come together to make the ow sound. But OW is a special friend that can make two sounds. It can make ow, as in ouch, and O, as in crow. This page here, you're going to be reading out ow and O words. Just like we do in class, boys and girls, I'd like you to write the date on top of your page, 12.1 for the 12th day of the first month. First, you read out the sentences and see if they are true or false. So let's do the first one together. The cow is brown. I'm going to look at this picture, find the cow. Here is the cow. Is the cow brown? Yes. So I will give this box a tick because that sentence is true. Let's look at number 2. The flower is yellow. The flower is yellow. I look at the picture. Is the flower yellow? No, it is not. So I put an X for false. When you've this list of instructions done, you go on to the next list. Number 1. Color the dog brown. I have to go to the picture, find the dog and color it brown. Number 2. Draw a rabbit outside the burrow. Here is the burrow. It is where a rabbit lives. Next, I will draw a rabbit here. You could do a circle for the face, a large oval for the body, 2 smaller circles for the feet, a circle for the tail, and 2 pointy, long ears. Then you complete the rest of it on your own. At the bottom, you will see a list of pictures and words. They are all spelt the same. This is because our special friend OW can make 2 sounds. Remember, it can make ow as in ouch and O as in slow. So look at the first picture, boys and girls. What is that a picture of? It's a picture of a bow. Here the OW is making the O sound. What is the actor doing? He is taking a bow. Here the word is making the ow sound. What is the girl doing? She can row the boat. Here the 2 boys are having a row. This is a picture of a farmer sowing his seeds. Sowing means to plant. Here the OW is making the O sound. This is a picture of a sow. It is a female pig. Here it is making the ow sound. Once you've completed these activities, you go down to the bottom of the page, ready to write your dictation sentence. Remember, this is done on your own and just try your best. Remember, our special friend OW will be in some of our words. Capital letters at the beginning of our sentence, finger spaces in between words, neat writing and full stops at the end. Ready, boys and girls? I went down to the show. I went down to the show. There are 6 words in that sentence. Last time, I went down to the show. Well done, boys and girls. Remember to send a photo on your Class Dojo portfolio. So boys and girls, now it's time for our spellings. Just like we always do in school, the first thing we're going to do is correct yesterday's homework. Senior infants, please take out your spell well and open it up on page 30. First class, please open up your spell well to page 50. Okay, let's go. First word last night, senior infants, was log. L-A-G. If you got that correct, give it a tick. Second spelling was D-A-G. If you got that correct, give it a tick. Third spelling was R-A-D. If you got rod correct, give it a tick, please. Now, our spellings tonight. Our first spelling tonight, let's sound it out together using our fingers. N-A-D. Nod. I nod my head up and down when I agree with somebody. Nod. What type of a word is that, boys and girls? It's a doing word, so colour it red, please. Next word. Let's sound it out together using our fingers. P-A-D. Pod. We sit in pods at our tables. Me and my friend are so close, we're like two peas in a pod. Pod is a thing, so it's a noun. Colour it yellow, please. Next word. Let's sound it out together using our fingers. R-A-D. Rod. A rod is a piece of equipment you use to catch fish when you go fishing. What type of a word is it? It is a noun, so colour it yellow, please. When you're done colouring your words, please remember to practice writing them 3 times each. Then you are going to do activity C tonight or today yourself. You have to look at the pictures and crack the code. You have to look at each picture, figure out which letter it stands for, and then write it in. So let's do the first one together. First letter is a green triangle. Here I found a green triangle. What letter does it stand for? D. Next I have a pink triangle. What letter does it stand for? A. So I'll write my A second. And third I have a red symbol with 3 points. It stands for G. The word is D-A-G, dog. Senior infants, complete activity C now, please. First class, let's correct last night's homework first. The opposite of countryside is town. T-ow-n. Give A a tick if you got that correct. The opposite of high is low. L-O. The opposite of quiet is loud. L-oud. L-O-U-D. The opposite of finish is start. S-t-art. Start. Remember to give these a tick if you've gotten them correct. The opposite of under is over. O-v-er. Over. The opposite of fast is slow. S-l-o. The opposite of shrink is grow. G-r-o. Grow. And the opposite of steal is pay. P-a. Give those a tick if you got them correct. Your first spelling tonight is the O-W that's making the ow sound. Owl. Owl. What type of a word is owl? It's an animal, so it's a noun. Colour it yellow, please. Next word. H-owl. Howl. The wolf will howl at the moon. Pretend to howl, boys and girls. What type of a word is howl? It is a verb, so colour it red, please. Next spelling. T-ow-n. Town. What type of a word is town, boys and girls? It is a place, so it is a noun. Colour it yellow, please. And last spelling for tonight is t-ow-l. Towel. A towel is something you use to dry your hands. It is a thing, so it's a noun. Colour it yellow. And when you've finished colouring your words, don't forget to practice writing each spelling 3 times. Then do activity C on page 51. We'll do the first one together. The words are all jumbled up. You have to look at your list words on page 50 and figure out the correct spelling. This spelling should be show. Sh-o. And do the rest yourself. Remember to send me a picture when your work is done. Well done, boys and girls. Next, boys and girls, it's time for our mini oral language lesson. Today we are going to be learning the definition of a sitting room. A sitting room is a noun because it is a place. It is a room in your house. It is a room where you can watch TV, read books, talk with your friends and family, go on your tablets or play some games. Most sitting rooms have a sofa, a TV, and a lamp. I want you to tell a family member your own definition of a sitting room. Next up, boys and girls, it's time for our Irish lesson. This week we're going to start our Irish lesson in the very same way by practicing reading our words tá and sa. You will play your 2 games by clicking the online links. If you don't remember how to do this, watch the videos I've attached below. Happy reading, boys and girls! Today, boys and girls, we are learning about the sitting room. In Irish, sitting room is seomra sí. Repeat after me, seomra sí. Gamal, seomra sí. Gatapa, seomra sí. Gacuan, seomra sí. Here is Niamh. Where is Niamh? Niamh is in the sitting room. Cá bhfuil Niamh? Tá Niamh sa seomra sí. Repeat after me. Tá Niamh sa seomra sí. Look, boys and girls, our word tá and sa. One last time, let's read it together. Tá Niamh sa seomra sí. Next, boys and girls, we're going to be learning 3 rudaí atá sa seomra sí. 3 things that are in the sitting room. Tullag. Repeat after me. Tullag. Gamal, tullag. Gatapa, tullag. Gacuan, tullag. Lampa. Repeat after me. Lampa. Gamal, lampa. Gatapa, lampa. Gacuan, lampa. Telefiche. Repeat after me. Telefiche. Gamal, telefiche. Gatapa, telefiche. Gacuan, telefiche. Sha, tulug. Repeat. Sha, lampa. Repeat. Sha, telefiche. Repeat. Now, boys and girls, I want you to go to your Shomra C. Feig telefiche, tulug, agus lampa. Finally, boys and girls, it's now time for the last part of our Irish lesson. We are going to be putting our 3 new words, our 3 focal nua, into sentences with our special words of the week, tá and sa. Senior infants, I want you to practice saying these sentences after me. Tá telefiche sa Shomra C. Your turn. Tá telefiche sa Shomra C. Tá tulug sa Shomra C. Repeat after me. Tá tulug sa Shomra C. Tá lampa sa Shomra C. Repeat after me. Tá lampa sa Shomra C. One last time, senior infants. Tá telefiche sa Shomra C. Tá tulug sa Shomra C. Tá lampa sa Shomra C. First class, I want you to practice reading these sentences out loud to somebody in your family. Tá telefiche sa Shomra C. Tá tulug sa Shomra C. Tá lampa sa Shomra C. Go hiantach, boys and girls. Mahu. Next up, boys and girls, it's time for our science lesson. It's going to follow the very same procedure as yesterday, but this time we're investigating materials in our sitting room, in our Shomra C. Remember, boys and girls, if you're not still too sure about what the different materials are, please click the link and watch the YouTube video again. Today, your activity is to find something made out of metal, glass, plastic, fabric, concrete, wood, ceramic and rubber in your sitting room, in your Shomra C. When you have that done, take a photo and send it to me on your Class Dojo portfolio. Remember, if you want to combine all the photos into one photo, you can use your parents' layout app on their phone with their permission. Nearly time for our movement break, boys and girls, but first I want to practice again counting in twos with you. Things that can often come in twos, that can come in a pair in our sitting room, are cushions. Sometimes people like to match every big cushion with one small cushion. So here I have photos of different sofas with their cushions. Count in twos with me, please. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Let's do it again together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. One last time together, boys and girls, counting with me, please. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Now for your counting in twos movement break. Now we are going to continue our maths lesson by exploring some more 3D shapes in our home. Today your task is to explore cubes. This is a cube. A cube has 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every face in a cube is a square shape. Remember, squares have 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, that are all the same length. Examples of cubes that you might find in your sitting room, in your chambre à see, are presents. Some presents are wrapped up in cube boxes. You might have seen these underneath your Christmas tree last month. Other cubes can be your building blocks. Some houses are the shapes of cubes. This is a rubric cube. Some drawers or some side tables can be the shape of cubes. And your dice that you play board games with is a cube shape. Your activity now is to go on a cube hunt in your sitting room. Take a photo of all the cubes you find. If you are struggling to find cubes in your sitting room, you can look elsewhere in your house. Check your toys for cube shapes because often there can be many cubes found in your toy boxes. Happy hunting, boys and girls! Once you've found all your cubes, I want you to do your hands-on maths investigation and see, can your cubes stack, slide, or roll? Remember, do this part of the activity with your parents. If you're not sure still what stack, slide, and roll mean, click the link and watch the video. Next up, boys and girls, is our mental maths. First class, for this activity, you will need your Work It Out open on page 32. We are going to be doing our Tables Tuesday on week 15. Senior infants, if you want to join in on this activity, you can shout your answers out loud. I will call out each number sentence and give you time to answer it. At the end, we will correct it all together. Ready, boys and girls? Number 1. What plus 5 makes 7? What plus 5 makes 7? Number 2. What plus 5 makes 10? What plus 5 makes 10? Number 3. What plus 5 makes 9? What plus 5 makes 9? Number 4. What plus 5 makes 14? What plus 5 makes 14? Number 5. What plus 5 makes 8? What plus 5 makes 8? Number 6. What plus 5 makes 6? What plus 5 makes 6? Number 7. What plus 5 makes 11? What plus 5 makes 11? Number 8. What plus 5 makes 15? What plus 5 makes 15? Number 9. What plus 5 makes 5? What plus 5 makes 5? Number 10. What plus 5 makes 12? What plus 5 makes 12? Number 11. 5 plus what makes 9? 5 plus what makes 9? Number 12. 5 plus what makes 5? 5 plus what makes 5? Number 13. 5 plus 7 makes what? 5 plus 7 makes what? Number 14. 5 plus 3 makes? 5 plus 3 makes? Number 15. 5 plus 9 makes? 5 plus 9 makes? Number 16. 5 plus what makes 6? 5 plus what makes 6? Number 17. 5 plus what makes 7? 5 plus what makes 7? Number 18. 5 plus what makes 15? 5 plus what makes 15? Number 19. 5 plus what makes 8? 5 plus what makes 8? Number 20. 5 plus what makes 10? 5 plus what makes 10? If you need to pause here and finish off those sums, that's fine. But now I'm going to move on to correcting. Number 1. What plus 5 makes 7? Well, I know I have 5 and I want to get to 7 because it's on my other side of my number sentence. 2 plus 5 makes 7. What plus 5 makes 10? Well, I know I have 5 and I want to get to 10, so I count from 5 and stop when I reach 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 plus 5 makes 10. 4 plus 5 makes 9. 9 plus 5 makes 14. 3 plus 5 makes 8. 1 plus 5 makes 6. 6 plus 5 makes 11. 10 plus 5 equals 15. 0 plus 5 makes 5. 7 plus 5 makes 12. And this time they've just switched the numbers around. I'm still starting at 5 and I want to reach 9. So I count from 5 and stop when I reach 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. I counted 4 more. So 5 plus 4 makes 9. 5 plus 0 makes 5. This time I have two numbers on the left of my equal sign and I have to find out what they make all together. 5 plus 7 together makes 12. 5 plus 3 makes 8. 5 plus 9 makes 14. Back to my missing number sentence. I have 5 and I want to get to 6, so I count forward from 5 and stop when I get to 6. 6. I counted one more, so 5 plus 1 makes 6. 5 plus 2 makes 7. 5 plus 10 makes 15. 5 plus 3 makes 8. And 5 plus 5 makes 10. Write today's date, 12.1 for the 12th day of the first month, the 12th of January, up on top, please. Give yourself a sad face, okay face, or happy face to show me how you think you did. Remember to count how many ticks you got and give yourself a score out of 20 here. Well done, boys and girls. Now, boys and girls, it's time for some SPHE. Just like yesterday, we are going to be exploring different jobs and responsibilities that are involved in keeping our home safe, happy, comfortable, and easy to live in. Today, we're going to be exploring jobs that happen in the sitting room. I want you to ask your parents what jobs do they do every week to keep our sitting room, our Shomra happy, safe, and easy to live in for all the family. Then I want you to ask them what job would they like you to do in the sitting room today. Some of the jobs that you might be able to do in your sitting room, in your Shomra could be tidying away any toys that you or your siblings play with. It could be dusting the surfaces in your Shomra to make sure they're clean. It could be sweeping up any dirt on the floor and mopping the floor. It could be hoovering the carpet or tidying up the sofa area, plumping up the cushions, or folding away any blankets or throws that we use throughout the day. When you've that job done, you can take a photo and send it to me on our Class Dojo portfolio, and I will give you your Helping Others Dojo points. Finally, boys and girls, it's time to sit back, relax, and listen to your story of the week, A Squash and a Squeeze, written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Scheffler. Remember, the author is somebody who writes the book, so that is Julia Donaldson, and the illustrator is somebody who draws the picture. In this story, it is Axel Scheffler. The title of our book is A Squash and a Squeeze. Click the link to listen to your story. Well done, boys and girls, on a lovely day of learning. I'm so excited to see all the lovely learning you've done on our Class Dojo portfolio. Great job, boys and girls.